Yesterday on First Take, you called for Cathy Engelbert's resignation from her role as WNBA Commissioner. When you hear Caitlin Clark there, how does that strike you?
Doesn't strike me at all. Same reaction. Cathy Engelbert should resign as the commissioner of the WNBA.
Ladies and gentlemen, stop everything you're doing. Turn off the TV, put down your phone, and listen carefully, because we may be witnessing one of the most self-destructive and petty business decisions in the history of professional sports. Many thought the WNBA had already hit rock bottom with the Olympic snub and the Rookie of the Year voting controversy. But now, reports claim the league office, led by Commissioner Cathy Engelbert, has issued a formal warning to Caitlin Clark. And what was the reason? Not a legal issue or a failed drug test. She was reportedly warned for signing a historic broadcasting deal with NBC Universal. The league allegedly argued that her partnership could represent a conflict of interest. Critics see this as a shocking move, especially considering Clark's significant impact on the league's recent surge in popularity, attendance, and television exposure. Instead of celebrating her success and promoting basketball on a national stage, the league's response is being portrayed as a legal threat. Major sports media figures, including Stephen A. Smith, have voiced strong reactions to the situation. Supporters argue that this isn't just a simple disagreement, but a damaging decision that could harm the league itself, raising serious questions about leadership and the balance of power moving forward.
Derogatory and unappreciative of the athletes that represent her league. And then the person I call the golden goose of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, you understand, who is box office for the WNBA. Just look at the numbers, look at the ratings, look at everything. For her to come out and...
When the news broke, it reached a point where even Stephen A. Smith reacted strongly. As he put it, "This is egregious, this is blasphemous, and it reeks of jealousy." He argued that the league's leadership was mishandling the situation and suggested that threatening one of its biggest stars over a broadcasting partnership made little business sense. In his view, promoting basketball on a major platform benefits the entire sport. If a high-profile player appears on national television discussing the game, that visibility can translate into valuable exposure for the league. He compared the idea that outside media work could harm a team or league to past moments in sports history when star athletes expanded their brands without damaging their organizations. Critics of the reported warning also point to the financial realities. Rookie contracts in the WNBA operate under a structured salary system, and Caitlin Clark's base salary is modest compared to endorsement and media opportunities available to top athletes. Supporters argue that if players are not being paid at the level of major men's leagues, it's understandable that they would pursue outside deals. From this perspective, attempting to restrict those opportunities raises questions about fairness and business strategy. Others believe the situation may reflect broader internal tensions. Established veterans have spent years building the league under far different financial and media conditions, and the rapid rise of a new star can create complicated dynamics. Regardless of the motivations, many analysts agree that how the league handles high-profile players and external partnerships will significantly impact its future growth. The debate ultimately centers on leadership decisions, player rights, and how best to balance league rules with the expanding business opportunities available in modern professional sports.
What I said was that weak-ass response that Cathy Engelbert, I'm going to say it again because people thought I stuttered just there. I don't know how because I don't stutter. Weak-ass comment. I'm going to say it one more time. Weak-ass comeback. That's what she did.
Some critics argue that frustration within the league stems from claims of fairness, questions like why one player appears to receive unique opportunities while others must strictly focus on team obligations. According to this perspective, there is pressure from some veterans who feel the rules should apply equally to everyone, regardless of star power. The allegation is that league leadership, rather than firmly clarifying policies, responded by issuing a warning in an attempt to show that no player is above league guidelines. Supporters of Caitlin Clark, however, counter that star athletes naturally attract outside media and endorsement opportunities, and that visibility ultimately benefits the entire league. Stephen A. Smith have suggested that instead of viewing external broadcasting deals as a threat, players and league officials could see them as proof of growing market value. In modern sports, cross-platform exposure, whether through media appearances, sponsorships, or broadcasting, often increases fan engagement and league revenue. From a business standpoint, critics argue that limiting those opportunities could hinder growth rather than protect it. There are also legal and corporate realities to consider. NBC Universal, owned by Comcast, is one of the largest media companies in the world, and any contractual dispute would involve significant legal resources. However, without publicly available details of Clark's WNBA contract, it's impossible to definitively determine what is or is not permitted regarding outside employment. Professional sports leagues typically include clauses addressing conflicts of interest, media rights, and competitive obligations, so the actual legal situation would depend on the fine print rather than speculation. Major sponsors, including companies like Nike, Gatorade, State Farm, and Wilson, also play an important role in shaping the broader ecosystem of women's basketball. Star athletes often maintain endorsement relationships that operate independently from league contracts, and those partnerships can elevate both the player and the sport. Ultimately, the situation highlights a larger debate about leadership, business strategy, and how leagues manage rising superstar influence. The long-term health of any professional league depends on balancing structure and rules with the flexibility needed to capitalize on cultural momentum. Whether this issue escalates or resolves will likely depend on communication, contract clarity, and the willingness of all parties to prioritize sustainable growth over short-term tensions.